Hi class. I hope you figured out everything that we were supposed to be doing last week. Some of you have had some issues, and so I need you to actually contact me so we can figure out how to overcome those issues. And the more information you can provide, the better. For right now, I want to make sure that y'all understand what's expected for week 2. We do have a WIMBA session Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, but before you attend the WIMBA session, it would be extremely helpful if you've already read through the module and taken a look at what we have to do this week. I'm not going to spend the time going through the module on Wednesday night like I'm going to now, so please pay attention. Alright, so week 2. This is the week where we start writing conventions. You can read some of this information yourself, but we are going to be getting into different activities related to writing and some of the ideas that you should have come across in English 1101. So this week you're going to do an essay reconstruction, where you're going to read some pieces to an essay and then you're going to decide how it should fit back together based on the 5-paragraph essay structure. You're going to write a thesis statement for a particular topic, and then you're going to write topic sentences to go with that thesis statement, and then you're going to evaluate your peers' thesis statements according to the provided rubric. In addition to that, you should be reading Chapter 1 of The Great Gatsby, and then you're going to respond in your journal. So, just to show again how we're supposed to be navigating through this, you can click over here on the left-hand side and go to the next file if you want, or you can use the navigation buttons. The other thing that I showed students during the WIMBA sessions is that sometimes, for me at least, it's easier to print things. And so in the upper right hand corner, click the print button, and then you can select all the files, and then it gives it to you in a printable format. I'm not going to print it because I'm not connected to a printer, but this is what it would look like if you print it. And so since I provide you with a lot of material that you need to read, and some students like me don't like to read online, this is the best way to do this. And then as you go through, you can see where you have things to post and go back into the module. Okay? So let's go back to the essay reconstruction. The basis of this is that it's giving you most of the essay. You can see the paragraph formatting there. And what we want you to do is to take the sentences at the bottom of the page, you see number 1, number 2, number 3, and find where those sentences fit in this essay. So it would be very hard to do it if you weren't actually doing this on paper. So you need to find the sentence that's most likely to be the hook of this introduction paragraph. You'll come down here and you'll find it. Okay? And then you're going to post your answers here in the next one. And it looks like some people have already done that. That's good. So let's see. You're going to post it, yeah, just like that. Okay? Alright. The next thing we're going to talk about are essay conventions. The most important thing of this is the thesis statement and topic sentences. So make sure you take your time to read through this so that you understand it. Even though I'm walking you through this in video format, you still need to take the time to read the information that I provide. I'm not going to sit here on video and read this to you when you can read it yourself. Alright, thesis statements. Thesis statements were pretty simple when you're doing 5-paragraph essays. We're trying to get you to a more complicated thesis statement now. So the way that we want your thesis to be done, at least for right now, is that you're going to have, if you think about it this way, you come up with a topic, and then you have an opinion, because these papers are all opinions. If they weren't opinions, then you wouldn't be trying to persuade somebody of it. You're going to use evidence from texts and things to support your opinions, but it's still opinions. You're not writing a factual history paper, or you're not documenting a scientific experiment. You're trying to convince your reader of something. So for example, on this one, the Poisonwood Bible is a book. Alright, so that's what the topic is. The opinion about the Poisonwood Bible is that it's fun to read because of the author's ironic use of Bible stories to tell stories about the Congo. Okay, so it's the author's opinion that that's what makes it fun. So a way of transforming that into a thesis is, one of the reasons Barbara Kingsolver's novel, The Poisonwood Bible, was a bestseller is because she tells of the Congo's history by using traditional Bible stories in an ironic way. Alright? So notice that she has that we have the name of the author, we have the name of the text, we have the opinion, and then we also say how she does it, which is going to give us something to talk about. Alright, so another example, topic, train spotting. Okay, so a story called Train Spotting, or a book called Train Spotting. And then the opinion, the accent of the characters in Train Spotting is hard for readers, viewers to understand, but the movie wouldn't mean the same thing if the characters were speaking American English. Alright, so that's a long, drawn-out, opinionated statement that you might have about this particular book. And so if you put that together into a thesis statement, the Edinburgh dialect, although hard to decipher at times, is central to understanding the lives of the heroin addicts featured in Train Spotting by Irvine Welsh. Okay, so we got the title of the book, we have the author, we have the opinion. Alright, so we want you to come up with your own. Alright, and the next one you're going to say, you're going to come up with a topic plus an opinion, and then you're going to write a thesis statement. So let's go to the next thing. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Alright, so the topic for this is your favorite book or movie. Let's see, we've got, again, some people who have done it already. Let's pick on somebody else. Let's look at Tamika. So she's got topic, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And then she's got her opinion, and then she's got a thesis statement. I'm not going to go through and critique the thesis statements now, but that's a perfect setup, Tamika, for how to do that. Alright, so you're going to post it there. I do want you to read and respond to each other's thesis statements, so go through and give some feedback on your fellow classmates' thesis statements. Alright, now you're going to have to work on topic sentences. Topic sentences are used as guideposts, really, for your readers, so that your reader understands where you're going from idea to idea. It's also a good way for you to demonstrate to me, since I'm the one grading your papers, that you clearly understand how your ideas are connected and how they should flow. So for the time being, although topic sentences can be implied, they can be in different places in the paragraph, I want you to put your topic sentence as the first sentence of each body paragraph. And so this is what you're going to practice doing now. So you're going to take your thesis statement and you're going to write a topic sentence that goes along with it. And then you'll post it here. So let's pick on somebody else. Let's look at Tina's. So now you have your topic, your opinion, your thesis. That way I don't have to go back and look. Your peers don't either. And then you're going to have a topic sentence. The one thing that I want to make sure of is that, this one actually looks okay, is that you don't choose a topic sentence that's a factual statement. So let's see, the character Anna Fitzgerald was introduced as an in vitro fertilization baby created to be a genetic match for her older sister Kate. So Rachel, let's look at this for a second. That's actually a factual statement. So let's back up. And, I mean, what are you going to try to convince me of? Are you going to try to convince me that Anna was introduced as an in vitro fertilization baby? Well, I don't think so, because that's actually fact. There's nothing to convince me of. And so then what you're going to fall into there is just pure plot summary. You need to assume that your reader has read the text, or read the book, or seen the movie, and just needs you to convince them of something that they didn't necessarily see. So if the movie is My Sister's Keeper, the opinion is that it's a great movie because it shows the trials of an undying love of a family. In the thesis statement, the character, Kate Fitzgerald, was diagnosed with acute polymyelitic leukemia in the movie My Sister's Kiss. Okay, that's not an arguable statement. That's what the movie's about. That's a plot summary. So that's where the problem was. So Rachel should go back, and any of you who did this as well should go back and try to make sure that your thesis statement is arguable, and then you can have a topic sentence that actually relates to, that gives a point that you're trying to prove. Let's see. Diary of Anne Frank. Let's come out here. Anne Frank and her family come together to celebrate special occasions despite the hardships of the Holocaust, showing us that we should never lose sight of the important things in life. Okay, so that could be a topic sentence there. Thesis statement needs to be one sentence, though, Kimberly, okay? Make sure that you have one sentence for the thesis statement. Okay, it wasn't my intention to go through and give specific feedback on this video. I just want to make sure you get an idea of what it is that I'm looking for. The next thing that we're going to do is that you're going to take a look at the rubric that I've provided, and then you're going to critique your peers. Choose one or two. You're going to critique them based on the rubric. You've already provided feedback because you're supposed to respond to every discussion posting that other students make, 2 from each topic. But now I want you to look specifically at the rubric. So one area that you could look at, you could look at format, language, mechanics, and documentation. Not documentation, but at least format, language, and mechanics. You could look at organization and focus. So you could talk about the topic sentences there. Development, not so much, because development is what comes after the topic sentences. So here's your thesis, writer control. So here's your area on thesis statement, and then here's your stuff with the topic sentences and maybe even thesis statement as well. So try to focus on those as you do your feedback on the sample papers. I'm sorry, this is on sample papers, not on your peers. So here's sample paper 1. Sample paper 2. And these are not perfect papers, but these are just papers that you can use to critique using those rubrics. And then here's where you're going to post. And nobody's done this one yet. Focus on thesis statements and topic sentences. If you want to post on anything additional like the development or mechanics and grammar, you're welcome to, but just make sure you do that in addition to your comments on thesis statements and topic sentences. And that's it for this week. In addition, obviously we have to do the Great Gatsby stuff, so you should read Chapter 1. It's going to take you to Chapter 1. And then here are your questions for Chapter 1. And then here's where you post them. Make sure that you click under your subject, Chapter 1. Don't do week or date or anything like that. Chapter 1 questions, and then type your information in there. Or copy and paste it. I would do it in Word and copy and paste. Alright, good luck this week, and I'll see y'all Wednesday night at 9 o'clock to help you with your thesis statements. This is a great week for you to attend WIMBA. But please, please, please have your thesis statements and topic sentences completed so that I can help you refine those. If you're stuck with your thesis statement, at least have something in place, and then we'll try to create your topic sentences from there. All right, have a good week.